I kind of wanted to talk to you about my whole new buy, and I originally made like several videos, and I was like, hey, Hope, you're gonna submit it, right? You're gonna submit it. Yeah, well, apparently didn't want to submit it. So I finally was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take it slow and just figure out where I want to go from here. So let's get started. Your girl got a Switch, and it's the Switch Lite. To be fair, it's not an actual Switch. I mean, actual Switch, because some people are just like that, where they don't think it's a real Switch. It's kind of like your wagon's better than my wagon. We have the same wagon. So this, honestly, I wanted to go over to the pros and cons for this because I'm really digging the Switch Lite. I actually really like it. My boyfriend gave it a try too, like to feel it and everything. He's like, oh, I actually really like it. It's really nice. It actually doesn't hurt my hands. It doesn't give me carpal tunnel because I actually have this hand, especially this one, gets really, really hurt from me playing on his Switch. At least it used to, because I don't do it anymore. He has his own Switch and I have mine. And I guess that's also another reason why I really wanted one, was because he had so many games, and I don't know, we co-owned the Switch for a while, and then I finally was like, I really want my own, because you always want to play with it, and I don't want to take that away from you when it's really your Switch. So I finally just got my own, and I'm really digging it. As far as the color goes, I really didn't want this color. I actually wanted the coral or the sword and shield one, but they didn't have either of those because everything's been out right now since it's kind of China based. But let's face it, they really didn't send any new Switches before quarantine really happened. So these were already here. It's just people that weren't buying them. People finally got desperate enough, I noticed. The only place that I know of that I think still has them, I'm not sure, that you can actually add to cart and have them sell to your house, at least your nearest Best Buy. I'm not sure where you guys live, but mine actually did have a gray one, and then they had the standard teal one. So I technically got the teal one because any color is better than no color, and that's what I got. So let's go over the pros and cons. It's just a million times lighter. Like, I think that this is like a million times better. The only thing, I have a couple cons, but they're really not that bad for me. Like, if I had to say what really bothered me about them, they're really not bad at all. Like, I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like the controls are like a million times better. They're like really squishy and nice. The other standard ones are very hard, very like, at least for me, they're not very, it's a way longer console, so when you're holding it by hand, which is a lot what I like to do when I play single player games, which is also why I like the Switch Lite, is because it's more your oriented console. It's not for everybody else. Because, and it's cheaper too, because this was only $200 originally, and oh, I hit myself in the face. And this came, it didn't come with it. Why do I always say that? This doesn't come with it. It technically, you have to buy this. This was like a lot of money, personally, for you to just keep it in your like for your Switch. But I didn't want my Switch to break or get like crushed by something in my purse, so I got this. Sorry if there's some hair in it. My cat likes to play with it, but this is just the standard. This one actually really was like the MVP kind, because it actually came with like the little Kleenex where you clean it, and it has the little thing on the front too. So it comes with that. It also comes with this sticker thing. I don't know if it's a sticker or a magnet. I think it's a sticker. It's just really cold, but that's what it is. It's just the standard. I don't know what you're supposed to put it on, or if you could just choose to put it on something. I really don't know. I didn't want to force it on anything, so I didn't really touch it. But I think that this one was actually more worth it when it came right down to it. This holds the games too. since my birthday's coming up, I will be actually getting more games. I'm going to try to make a haul if I get about 5 games. If I do, maybe 3 if I really want to throw it down and I don't get anything else. I want to try to do that. If I get any anime memorabilia, I can't talk today. I can't. I tried to do OK Google, and I'm not even kidding. I said a bad word without even meaning it. Joe's my MVP. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Joe, if you're watching this, you already know. Anyway, I don't know. I was just trying to talk about how this was the pros and cons. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I gotta say, I like the buttons because they're also like, they also are kind of, they're not harder to push, but it's like they're more I don't know. I guess they're more oriented around your finger where it's easier to turn them off and you're not hitting random buttons, because I noticed myself doing that like a lot with the other Switch that I used to use. So I couldn't say that that was a real problem. My hand doesn't hurt anymore because this hand would always suffer so bad when I played the other Switch because the Switch was way too long. So like I would literally suffer. This one's also like less easy to drop because I'm a klutz. And I don't know. There's just something about it that I like a million times better. And I don't know, I feel like you guys should definitely buy it. If I had to go for the first price range for your games and everything, you're going to spend roughly around $300 if you get just one game. I mean, to be fair, I also got Animal Crossing where you have to spend another $20 on the membership. So, for a year if you want. So technically you could spend less than that, but with the Switch and with this too, like anything extra that you want, if you don't get the Switch Pro, and regular, just maybe a $60 or $50 game that's standard for a Switch, you are going to be spending around $250 to $300, which realistically it's like around maybe $285 if you're lucky. So I don't know, I want to go over the price range. I think that it's also a million times better than the regular Switch because it's not so bulky. It's easier to like carry around. It's easier for like portable. Because I've noticed that not only is the Switch, it's really clunky and everything, it's really scary because you feel like it's just a hunk of metal, and if you drop it, it's like it's over. It's lights out. This is more plasticky. It's not perfect. Obviously, if you dropped it enough times, it would obviously break, but at least you have a better option. I'm not sure if the Switch for the Switch Pro, like the glass itself, is technically glass or not. I know this is plastic, but I'm not sure if that other one is glass or not. I thought it would be just because it is a lot more expensive. It's like $300 just for the standard without getting anything for it. So I imagine that it could be glass, not plastic. So I could be wrong. I'm not sure. But that's pretty much it. Besides, the only con that I really have is that you can't dock it. You can't like use the charger for it. And that the screen's a little smaller. But besides that, I really gotta say, I'm pretty happy with my purchase. That's it for today, guys. Leave a like if you liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.